Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss.
Hi, welcome to the Conscious Day Trader. My name is Yanis, and today we're going to break another trade from the pound US dollar pair on the ICT London kill zone, and I'm going to break it down from my entry, how I identified the bias of the day, and how I executed and where my stop loss was. So a lot of information. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel as I do this on a daily basis, and there's a lot of opportunity for you to learn. Before we jump onto the charts, what we're going to do is go on to the MT5, and you'll see today's profits, $544. They were all long positions, and these small that you see positions were relocations of the original two positions. I only trade two lots, and I just juggle them around to get the best price and let them run to profit. So without further ado, let's jump onto our pair, which is the pound dollar. And what you see, you'll see some fair value gaps and some markings from previous. What I want you to identify is obviously these boxes are the London kill zone from 7 till 10 o'clock and the New York kill zone. And also what you can see is my previously daily high and my previous daily low. And these areas, as you can see, are this is on the replay. If I take the replay out, you'll see how they're respected and taken out. But what we're going to do, I was going to break down the bias, and that's where we're going to start from the daily. As I said earlier, I think, in previous videos, I think that the pound dollar will be going eventually to 125, and I have been long for that to happen. And if we look across, we see these equal highs across here, and we see the fair value gap on the bottom, and we also got a round number. So these are areas where the market likes to tend to go and take out. But as we speak, and this is the live information at 12 o'clock on the 24th of January, I had identified this fair value gap here. Okay, that would be the price coming down into. And if we go on to the 15 minutes, I wanted to see the price coming into equilibrium and trading higher. So during the London session, even though I thought that eventually the price will go down to fill this fair value gap to break the lows, my prediction was that it will come and retest this buy side liquidity and potentially the highs. Obviously that was wrong. However, my trade was right in terms of I got my profit. And what we're going to do is go on to the 1 minute. And this shows how sometimes that you don't have to get the perfect with direction as long as it makes sense and you keep your pip count to an adequate number so you don't overextend the market. So as you can see, my trade was on this fair value gap here. We came from the Asian market and the market traded higher. During the London session, it broke down to equilibrium, and that was one of the areas that I was interested. And the reason is because we've got these equal lows across on the left side here, and I wanted the market to come down. If we take that back, this is what I was looking at in terms of 7 o'clock a.m. I wanted the market, originally I was going to enter in this place here, this fair value gap here, to go long. However, I did enter a very small position, and as it kept crashing down, I got filled on the top of the fair value gap here, and I closed it very quickly as soon as I saw that the market wasn't coming to fill the full fair value gap at this stage. And I closed the position. Then it came back down and I got another small position on this fair value gap. And then all the way down, I got my original two positions, which I wanted it to trade back into my targets where the fair value gaps So we can take this out. As you can see, this fair value gap got filled. So we can take that out. And as you can see, we have that fair value gap there. And if we label it with our normal fair value gap, this one here. Obviously, if you go on to the 2 minutes, you'll have less, but I was trading this on the 1 minute and these small fair values. So those were the targets for me to hit. And as you can see, soon as it broke equilibrium, took out the liquidity of the sell side liquidity. And then as we go down the chart, that's where I got my fill. Let me just show you again. The price broke upwards, and it came back and took these highs out, took up, and then filled that small fair value gap. If I zoom in and bring the fair value gap to where it should be, that small fair value gap, that was the area I got in. So I had to sit in a bit of heat, but not too much. This is only 2 pips. I can't remember if it went lower. Let's see. And then it screamed up to the top. And it hit my 2 targets of filling those fair value gaps. As I spoke into the Discord in this morning of the Scruffy Squad, I was expecting these buy-side liquidities, if it was to sell down, to be taken out. And that happened later in that trade. Took the top of that swing high, took the second swing high, and then what happened? Build the buy-side liquidity, and the market sell off. And if we see what happened, you can see, we'll take that out. So it took a buy-side liquidity, build up, came back, filled the fair value gaps, came back, filled that fair value gap, and traded all the way down to take away the previous daily low. And now it's starting to trail back up into the previous daily low. Now look at this. This previous daily high is coming from the daily value. The fair value gap, sorry. So this fair value gap now has been fulfilled. So this is quite interesting, because then if the direction is up, like I've said, I've been trading up onto the 125. This fair value gap from this break has been filled. Now we need to see what's going to happen. Is it going to trail back up into that buy side liquidity to take the 125 out, or is it going to keep on coming down to take out this sell side liquidity? But as we say, we are day traders, so we're looking for what the next candle is going to do. And I hope this had made sense. If you have questions about this, drop a message into the comments. I respond to every single message. And also check out the ICT trader, because he goes through about how to identify fair value gaps, how to create bias, and so on. Also check out the Scruffy Trader. This is how I manage a lot of my trades and have been in the past as well. Brilliant trader and a great community that is created for us on the Discord. I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. And until next time, I hope you stay safe and trade well.
Run it, I can't take no loss.